Hey guys, welcome to the Fight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me guys. As you heard, the promoter of former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua admitted that he worries about his word before the fight against Jermaine Franklin, which will take place on April 1st. Joshua looks good, but I'm excited. People say it's an easy fight for Anthony, but it's by no means so. Let's look at the facts. He returns after 2 defeats from the first pound for pound. But you saw the emotional side of AJ during the last performance and after the fight. Franklin is full of confidence after the fight with Dillian White. It seems that he suddenly dropped about 9 kilograms. This is an important moment in Anthony Joshua's career. People are talking about his fight with Deontay Wilder, White and Tyson Fury, but he needs to win on April 1st. Franklin is a good fighter who will approach the fight with a solid arsenal. Joshua needs to work hard in a humble environment. It's just him, Derrick James and Errol Spence in the audience. I don't think he worked so hard in any camp. I really hope that he will be able to show the performance he deserves on April 1st, because I believe that Joshua is still at his peak, but he needs to beat Jermaine Franklin, Hearn said. British former heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua returns to the ring on April 1st in London. He will fight with American Jermaine Franklin and will try to close a series of 2 consecutive defeats. And although the British opponent cannot be ranked in the top category, this does not make him passable, since the presence of talent is more important than popularity. Anthony believes. Recall that for Franklin this will be the first performance after the debut defeat in the professionals, which he suffered last November from the Briton Dillian White. You see, popularity doesn't win fights, and that Dillian White is more popular than Franklin. It could not guarantee him victory, Joshua said. Jermaine Franklin is a fighter. Regardless of whether you know him or not, there is no denying that this man, Franklin, has talent. And when he comes into the ring, he does it in order to fight and take your head off your shoulders. That's what he was trying to do with Dillian. Yes, we could have expected more from Dillian, but this is not a reason to belittle the merits of his opponent. British ex-world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua should dig into himself if he really wants to understand the causes of recent failures and not shift the blame to the coaches, because in the end he tries to find improvements where there are none, and the new mentor in the person of an American specialist, Derrick James, is unlikely to teach him anything new. Such thoughts were shared by Joshua's American colleague and his next opponent, Jermaine Franklin. I don't even know what to say about Joshua and James' union, because you are already pretty aggressive in the ring, and Derrick James trains aggressive fighters. So I don't see what James will be able to add to Joshua's game. This is also despite the fact that most of his words are cool body punchers, and it will be difficult for you, with your 2 meters of hate, to get the opponent's corpse, Franklin said. Every time you fail, it may not be the coach's fault at all, but purely yours, Jermaine said. I don't blame the coach. After all, this is his 3rd coach in 3 fights. At what point will you start blaming yourself and not the coach? It can't always be just about the coach. Perhaps he is just trying to find someone with whom he will be most comfortable, the American suggested. But it seems to me that you and your coach should have a really strong relationship, whether you win, lose or draw the match. At first, these people don't get anything at all for their work, but they stay with you for many years and know you like a flake. Sometimes your relationship may give way, but it depends only on you, how you can settle everything and overcome it. And if you don't like something, you should be able to discuss everything and tell him exactly what you need. If it is impossible to reconcile, then it's okay, it's business. It's normal when you go to another coach, but I would at least try to fix what went wrong first, Franklin said. American heavyweight Jarrell Miller, after defeating Australian Lucas Browne, said he wanted to share the ring with the former champion of his weight, Britain Anthony Joshua. Also in Jarrell's field of vision was WBA regular title holder Daniel Dubois. "I want Dubois or AJ. We have unfinished business with Joshua. You know, he has to be a man and take responsibility. He can't keep his balls in his pocket. If Joshua wants a real fight, then let's do it. AJ fights with Franklin because he wants an easy victory. So Joshua, let's get started. It's time to make a decision," Miller said. It should be noted that Anthony and Jarrell Miller were supposed to fight in June 2019. But the American failed a doping control test. Hearn, the promoter of former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, told how his world's training changed after he started working under the guidance of American specialist Derrick James. "I see a guy who works very hard. Yesterday Joshua was very tired after a long camp. It's hard for me to explain the difference I saw in his camps. On the one hand, Joshua worked at the English Institute of Sports with a lot of people, using the Olympic approach and the help of scientists. On the other hand, then I visited the hall of Derrick James. It's extremely modest, but it has everything you need, and that's the main thing. I think Joshua realized everything here." Errol Spence was in the gym the day before yesterday. The other day, he also came and sparred 11 rounds. And he doesn't even have a fight. It's just hard work. It seems to me that Joshua's problem in England was that he was treated almost like a god. He didn't want it to be like this, but Joshua would come and find himself in a situation where everyone was asking, "What do you want to do, AJ?" Now they just tell him what to do. He works very hard. Joshua is ready to fight on April 1st, Hearn said. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks for supporting me, guys. The former world champion in the second middleweight Britain Carl Froch once again criticized his compatriot, the owner of the WBC heavyweight title of Britain Tyson Fury. According to Froch, Tyson constantly contradicts himself. At one point, he declares that he will fight Anthony Joshua for free, and after a while he makes demands. Remember how Tyson was preparing for the fight with AJ? He said he would fight Joshua for free and give the money to charity, and then he said that in his eyes Joshua was as dead as a boxer. It seems that he himself doesn't know where to go and what to do, Froch said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.